Namaskaram. Welcome to the next episode of Pillaiandadi Series. In this episode, we will be enjoying Pasuram 14. In the 13th Pasuram, in the previous Pasuram, we had a direct conversation with Swami Desika by telling him that I do not have the capability of doing the Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, or Bhakti Yoga, which has been ordained by the Shastras, nor do I have the knowledge to do any of this independently. And on top of that, I do not have the capability, and I'm only filled with ignorance completely. So there is no space for jnanam at all. And I'm surrounded by all of these Trigunatmaka Vishayam, which is only pulling me into material pleasures, and I do not have any detachment or vairagyam that I'm able to practice. And therefore, because I'm incapable of all of these, which is required for me to do as an upayam for liberation, the easiest way is Sharanagati. And I decided to do Sharanagati. But then, as part of Sharanagati, I should have Mahavishwasam, which again becomes a questionable character in me because I start thinking about how many sins I have done and how can someone who's practicing Bhakti Yoga will also get the same liberation, and someone as menial as me who continues to do sins on a day-to-day basis, even after Prapatti, how would the Lord grant me with liberation? The question arises in my mind. And therefore, my Mahavishwasam is also very tainted. And after all of this contemplation, I then tell Swami Desika, I'm not capable of any of this. So therefore, I will only have you as the last resort, and I will meditate on your divine feet. Now, in Pasuram 14, Kumara Varadhacharya says, as though he has practiced all of this on our behalf. He is such a great personality, and he's the very son and disciple of Swami Desika. So he's capable of doing everything, but he has, with a lot of compassion, thought about our plight in these days, and he's tried to simplify it even further, even further, even further, and brought it to a very, very simplified form where I'm incapable of even meditating at your feet. And all we need is for you to be at your best. What you do best is have a lot of compassion, Swami Desika. So you show your compassion towards me and don't expect anything out of me. So this Pasuram talks is a conversation with Swami Desika saying that I can't even meditate on you. I don't even have bhakti in Swami Desika. I don't have any bhakti towards people who are also following Swami Desika. And what else do I do? So this conversation is what we're going to see in Pasuram 14. Let's look at the Pasuram. நின்பதம் தன்னிலும் நேரே எனக்கில்லை அன்பு கண்டாய் நின்பதம் ஒன்றியவன்பரிலும் நேசமில்லையந்தோ என்படி கண்டினி என் பயன் ஏதமில் தூப்புல் என் தாய் உன்படியே அருளாய் உதவாய் எனக்குன் அருளே. So here we are pleading again to Swami Desika saying, Udavai எனக்கு உன் அருளையே. Please help me with your blessings, right? So let's go through the word by word meaning. Nin padam tannilum. Nin means your. Padam is feet. Tannilum means even in them. Nere, even a little or directly. எனக்கு இல்லை, I do not have. அன்பு, devotion. Kandai, do you see that, Swami Desika? We're having a conversation with him. So we're telling him, we don't seem to have any bhakti or any affection or any love towards your feet. In the previous Pasuram, I hailed by saying that I'm incapable of doing all of these upayas that is ordained by the Shastras, and therefore I'm going to come and hold on to your feet and I'm going to do meditation on your lotus feet. But after practicing that, I have realized that attempting to practice that as well is so difficult, and I don't seem to have any bhakti towards your feet as well. Next, he continues to say, Nin padam ondriya anbarilum nesamillai ando. Nin padam, your feet, ondriya, those who have resorted, anbarilum, the devotees, even for them, nesamillai, I do not have affection. So there are so many acharyas and so many others who are followers of Swami Desikan, and I don't even have love at their feet as well. I don't even have affection towards them as well. And though, alas, it's such a sorry state that I am in, but it is such an honest, acceptance of our state that we are in. So he says, Ando, then he says, Yen, my padi, my nature or my situation, on knowing this, you are able to see what kind of a fallen position I am in, where I'm not able to have affection towards you, nor do I have affection or the ability to follow those people who are your devotees. Ini en payan. Now, what is the use of me lamenting, knowing that such is the nature of my affection towards you and your devotees. Ye the mill, with not even an iota of blemish. Who? Swami Desikan. Tupul yandai. Tupul, my Swami, Swami Desikane, you are completely blemishless. You don't even have an iota of blemish in you. Unpadiye arulai. So without looking at my worthiness, which is only where I'm only capable of doing sins. I'm only capable of thinking about, doing all these wonderful spiritual disciplines, but then I don't have the capability to do any of this. Un padiye arulai means in what is your natural self. Your natural self, Swami Desika, is compassion. If not for compassion, would you have strived for so many years to sit and write all of these granthas that are being made available for us, right? For people who cannot read the Vedas, who cannot read the Upanishads, you have written Rahasya Sara. For people who do not have the ability to, understand all of this through Kalakshepam, you have given 10 verses, 5 verses of stotras, which are packed with such potent meaning, right? And you have also given the mantra within some of your compositions so that people who are ignorant can at least chant these stotras and the mantra is embedded within it, and we are able to get some grace of the Lord and of yourself, right? So your natural nature is that of compassion, and my natural nature is that of where I'm incapable of doing anything and I'm not able to develop any devotion. So I will continue to do what I'm doing, and you continue to do what you are good at. You're good at being extremely compassionate and being someone who is of such tall personality, and you love to grace people. You correct people of their ignorance. You correct them and bring them into the right path. That is your nature. So, Udavai Yanakka Unnarule. So, protect me without fail. And it is only on the grounds of your compassion alone that I will be able to get some Ujjivanam in this life, right? So, in Daya Shatakam, Swami Desikan himself tells Tirumalayappan, saying that you are there also he uses the same phrase in Sanskrit by saying that your mode is to grace people with your compassion, because you are blessed with Daya Devi, right? And my nature is that of to do sins. So we are using the same philosophy that Swami Desikan used with Daya Devi with himself by saying that you are our only refuge, and you don't look at my blemishes when I come to you. Your compassion is something that flows uphill, else, I do not stand a chance of getting uplifted at all. So, in this Pasuram, we have understood our true nature. We have understood that even though we call ourselves as Desika Bhaktas, and we have a lot of bhakti in Swami Desikan, we are people who are not able to practice meditating on Swami Desikan, or we haven't developed that level of bhakti on Swami Desikan himself or on his devotees as well. And therefore, we request him. And so beautifully, Swami Kumara Varadhacharya has sung on behalf of all of us Unless you let your bountiful compassion grace this lowly self, I do not stand a chance of getting uplifted. And this is the true self that we are all, the true nature of how all of us are living in today's world. And maybe continue to get the blessings of Swami Desika, that only with his blessings we are able to even understand the word by word meaning of Pillaiandadi. So let him continue to bless us and maybe have a blissful experience with this. Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha, Srimate Nigamanta Mahadeshikaya Namaha. Dhanyosmi.